if this happened to me, I'm sure it's happening to other people.
Roxanne's last name is Nice, but she says her last few weeks have been anything but. She spent a lot of time on the phone and email trying to sort out a mess that started with an online delivery order from King Soopers.
That particular day, I had a late order, and my only option was Instacart.
Nothing seemed out of the ordinary then.
Everything seemed routine. They came and delivered the food at about 9 a.m.
And all of it was there. She didn't notice anything strange until she checked her credit card about 4 or 5 days later.
And I noticed that the charge that should have been roughly not more than $40 was $141 for King Soopers.
Then she looked at the online receipt.
Every single item that I placed in the order was listed as out of stock.
The receipt says the Instacart driver subbed other stuff in, items not even close to what she ordered or eventually got.
And then there was a list of things that I have never ordered in my life. Different types of pop, different types of breads.
She contacted King Soopers and started doing some research, finding people around the country reporting similar stories. Instacart drivers picking up King Soopers or Kroger online orders, subbing items, and costing people hundreds of dollars.
And this is clearly a known issue throughout other parts of the country. And the fact that this has been happening for over a year and there hasn't been an effort to correct or mitigate it is highly concerning.
Still waiting on her refund, Roxanne says she hopes a little attention to this might make King Soopers close any loopholes that might allow it to happen. In the meantime, she says buyers need to beware.
I would advise people to definitely look at their receipts when they're using this service.
So Roxanne got an email from King Soopers this afternoon saying her refund now being processed. It'll be there in about 5 business days. King Soopers told me in a statement this afternoon that they're looking into what happened here. They don't want this to happen to anyone and that they've taken steps to take care of Roxanne. The odd part about this, we've seen this story play out in different parts of the country where an Instacart driver working for Kroger in those other states, King Soopers here, but working for Kroger goes and kind of subs out a lot of items on an order, maybe makes an order a lot bigger than it should be, and then they never get the order. What's odd in this case is that Roxanne got the items she was expecting. That's why she's telling people, make sure you check your receipts after you get the order. She got everything she was expecting to get. It just cost a whole lot more than what she thought it was going to. And when she looked at those receipts, she realized something was wrong.
So you have to check the receipts. It sounds like Instacart and King Soopers are responding as you might expect, saying we'll make it right.
Yeah. It took King Soopers looked into it for a while. She's been waiting on a refund. She did get that notice today that the refund is coming. She kind of went back and forth with Instacart here, but Instacart has said this is really kind of King Soopers' place because they're a contractor working for King Soopers, so King Soopers is going to sort this all out. King Soopers said this afternoon that they're going to work on it. They want to look into it now and see what exactly happened here, make sure it doesn't happen to anyone.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand how the scammer, if you will, profits.
In this case, they may walk away with items that weren't on Roxanne's order, but they get Roxanne to pay for it.
Right.
In this case, they're trying to sort out whether or not those items were actually taken from the store, kind of what happened here. But some questions on King Soopers' end as they're trying to figure things out.
Yeah,
Well,
that's interesting.
Thanks for bringing it to us. People certainly pay attention now. I imagine most people do, but I imagine if you see
I know,
a big
I think
bill,
it's one of those things that you put in that order sometimes and like you're initially opening it up and you're like, okay, thanks, got it.
Everything's here. I mean, I've done that before. I've ordered groceries and I'll go through and I know that all the things that I ordered were in. I don't necessarily think to look back and check the receipt, but I will now.
All right. Thanks, Steve.